Sarge Cowboys Sports Report. It is Friday night. Raiders just selected the 100 pick overall. Wide receiver Trey Tucker out of Cincinnati. I will give it about 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Give some people time to see that I'm live and jump in. Trying to go live this early is a little difficult. Sometimes it works out though. I can tell y'all, I did not like pick 2 or 3. I mean, the Niners picked a kicker in round 3. I'd rather pick the kicker than the tight end that we took in round 2. Honestly, because at least we'd have our kicker. 101. Niners pick. Alright, I didn't. DeJuan Jones. The linebacker I can deal with, bro. I can deal with the linebacker. The second round pick tight end that we got. We would have been better off drafting Darnell Washington in round 2, even though he's got some injury concerns. That's why he's sliding, because he's a freakish athlete. The guy we took in round 2 at tight end to try to replace Dalton Schultz. Dalton Schultz was a 4th round pick. So was Jake Ferguson, 4th round pick. Hendershot, unrestricted free agent. I bet you this tight end we picked in round 2 will not be tight end 1 or 2. He'd probably be tight end number 3. Yeah, we should pick them. I'm not happy. Yeah. In round 2, Osiris Torrance. It's right there. He's not the most athletic guard. That's the kind of guards we like, is the athletic ones. But he's super strong, super powerful, and can move bodies. He can move the Jordan Davises of the world. He can move the Javon Hargraves of the world. And we just let him go right by. And we just picked this tight end out of Michigan. Minnesota. Pick 102. I mean, I would like to have seen us trade back up into this 3rd round and at least get DeJuan Jones from Ohio State. Offensive tackle that can also play guard. DeJuan Jones and Roschon Johnson. 2 players that we could that we need. We didn't need the tight end, and we did not need the linebacker. The linebacker's great and all, but we did not need him. 3 biggest needs coming into the draft. Last pick. Last pick of the 3rd round. Mekhi Blackman. Our 3 biggest needs coming into the draft was 1 tech defensive tackle. 1 tech. We got that, Mozzie Smith. Left guard and running back. A lot of the good running backs were taken in the 3rd round. If we would have taken our guard in round 2, even though Steve Avila was taken at pick 36 to trade up 22 spots, 58 to 36, would have cost a lot. We still had Osiris Torrance there, who played right guard at Florida. But I'm pretty sure we could have gotten him to play left guard at a high level, start day 1 at a high level next to Tyler Smith, 2 powerful guys. So we take the tight end. If we'd have taken that guard, then in round 3, we could have taken our running back, Roschon Johnson, who I like. Bijan's backup. The kid, it's a power back, average 5 yards a carry. Be a perfect compliment to Pollard. And then in round 4, round 5, go linebacker, go tight end. Round 6, round 7, get 2 linebackers, 2 tight ends, whatever. But the first 3 rounds, now my biggest hope is that in round 4, somehow Roshan falls to us. And no, actually, DeJuan Jones. DeJuan Jones from Ohio State, offensive tackle. If he could fall to us, or we could trade him to get him around 4, that would be good. Because he is the next best thing that we can get for the offensive line and possibly be a plug-and-play starter day 1 at left guard. And then hope to God somehow we get Roshan Johnson, Roshan, whatever his last name is, from Texas. Or a good running back out of the draft. Zeke is still going to come back. He'll come back for a 1-year vet minimum deal, the chip on his shoulder, wearing number 15, his college number, and he's going to make some waves. But we still need a good rookie back to team with Zeke and Pollard for a 3-headed monster. And we got to plug that left guard spot because Philly and San Fran are making those front sevens of D lines tough. And for us to expect to compete, we need an offensive line to be good enough to match that. And that's where Osiris Torrance would have been great at left guard. Because then you got a powerful left guard, powerful right guard to take on the Javon Hargraves and Javon Kinlaws when we play San Fran, or the Jordan Davises and the Jalen Carters and Fletcher Coxes when we play Philly, or any other good defense of lines that we play this season. The tight end pick around 2 was all Mike McCarthy because he was arguing to get a tight end with the first round pick. They gave it to him. Probably the only thing they're only going to give to him in this draft. Like I said, why not pick Darnell Washington in round 2 if you're going to go with that guy? Washington might not play for the first 6 games, but he is a freakish athlete, and his return on investment will probably be tenfold what this kid from Michigan will be. Darnell Washington went late in the 3rd round. He fell because he probably won't be ready to start the season, but he'd have been a hell of a lot better than who we got in round 2 at tight end if we wanted a tight end that bad. I'm pretty sure Jake Ferguson, Hendershot, and McEwen could have held down the fort for the first 6 games of the season until Darnell Washington was ready to come and play ball with them too. If you want a tight end that bad. And then in round 3, at least get DeJuan Jones, who's right there from Ohio State, that plays tackle, and he can flex to guard and possibly be very good. Very, very good. I understand off-ball linebacker, I understand that. But getting Mozzie Smith creates more linebacker opportunity for us. We just got LVE to 2 more years. Damone Clark will come into a sophomore year with a full off-season of actual training camp, OTAs, and whatnot. He had an off-season of rehab last year. And on first downs, Micah Parsons will be off-ball most of the time. We're good at linebacker. Jabril Cox still has untapped potential. We could have taken a linebacker round 4, round 5. Round 3 was too early. And if we were going to go tight end round 2, get Darnell Washington, for crying out loud. Somebody who probably, at least in the 2nd year, could change that offense. 6'7", 11-inch hands. The guy's a monster. I mean, Mike McCarthy is going to be calling plays this season. We got Brian Shoddy to help. I think Brian Shoddy quietly will be the guy that's going to be calling the plays and running the offense. Not McCarthy. I think McCarthy will be making the decisions on go for it here, go for 2 here, But Mike McCarthy, I know we won 12 games, 2 straight seasons in the regular season, but a lot of that has to do with Dan Quinn. Bones Fossil's coaching a great special teams unit. I mean, Kellen Moore is not a bad OC. He just tried to make Dak a passing quarterback, which he's not. But still averaging a lot of points a game when he was coordinator. So Mike McCarthy had 3 really, really good coordinators the last 2 years. 2 you could say are the best at what they do. Dan Quinn and Bones Fossil. Kellen Moore is up and coming, and the Chargers this season will have a top 2 offense, probably the number 1 passing attack, being that they have a passing quarterback in Herbert over there. Dak Prescott is a game manager. We all know this. 25 pass attempts, run the ball for over 100 yards, and our record is unbelievable. Round 4 through 7, we need to make up for these last 2 picks. Maybe the linebacker from Texas might, turn out to be the next Bobby Wagner. Who knows? But the second round pick is what's really chapping my ass right now. Is that tight end. Of all tight ends to pick him. Is what it is. Osiris Torrance, I guess we don't need him. I guess we don't need a rebuilt offensive line. Because you take him, the offensive line is rebuilt. Everybody's young except Zach Morton. Maybe Antonio Maffei, the guy Law Nation's been put under the microscope from UCLA, has around 5 grade on him, but is super strong, got Larry Allen type strength. Maybe Antonio Maffei might be the answer at left guard. He's a true left guard. Maybe we get him in round 5. And then round 4, we get our Roshan or our running back if we don't get DeJuan Jones. All I know is tomorrow when I wake up at 11 to watch the last 4 rounds, these picks better make sense. They better make sense because pick number 2 made no sense at all. I don't care where you're coming from. If you pick a tight end in round 2, he better be a baller. I'm talking about a playmaker. Hell, Jason Witten was a 3rd round pick. Jay Novacek was not even a 2nd round pick. We take this kid, and he was a Mike McCarthy handpicked player. Why the hell would they listen to him? Half the time he doesn't even know what time is on the scoreboard. Half the time he looks like he's a spectator at his own game, looking up at the big screen, clueless. Why would they let him make a draft pick? You got Will McClay, Dan Quinn, Cherry, and Steven, and they do a good job. They've been doing a good job for last few years, especially Dan Quinn. So that's it for the first 3 rounds. But yeah, like Mike McCarthy when he's on the sideline. And what game was it? Where we score and we tie the game when we need a 2-point conversion. We score, come within 2. We need a 2-pointer to tie it. And he's so busy celebrating the touchdown, he forgets to call the play for the 2-point conversion and has to waste the timeout. Like, he's a spectator of his own team, not really a head coach. Can't motivate anybody. He's got a good hole. He needs to stay in it and keep his mouth shut during the draft. Because he wanted a tight end in round 1. Thank God we didn't do that. We got our 1-tech defensive tackle. Round 2, they listened to him. They gave him what he wanted, so he probably shut up because he was probably rambling all night and all morning about tight end that he wanted. And of all tight ends, he picks that one. So round 4 through 7, tomorrow we need Will McClay to really paint his Picasso and bring us at least 2 impact players. 1 on the line and 1 as a running back. 1 that can play left guard and 1 that can carry the football and start day 1 and play well. Along with Mozzie Smith being the day 1 starter. Defensive tackle, left guard, and running back with the 3 holes coming into this draft. If we could fill them, with premium quality rookies that are plug and plays. We are good to go, ready to roll. In round two, no. Round three, that linebacker might become a stud. I don't know. I'm not really mad at that pick. It's round two is what I just cannot wrap my head around. And of all tight ends that are available, yeah, we picked that kid. Look up his stats. Look up his yards after catch. I think he had one good run after catch last year. He I don't know. I don't know. So close, so close. We're on the cusp. And we made good off-season moves so far. We just need to nail this draft like Philly's doing, like San Fran's doing, like Detroit is doing, like Seattle is doing. We need to nail this draft. This draft, like I said, could be one of the most important drafts of the last 20, 30 years. Please subscribe, like, and share, guys. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, it's still new and growing. I'm at like 275. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by week 1 this season. Been watching this team 30 seasons since '94. First game was Super Bowl 28 against Buffalo in the Georgia Dome. So please subscribe. When I hit 1,000, I'll be able to invest into the channel, get a microphone, get studio equipment, make it more professional. Right now it's just me and my Galaxy, but I guarantee you have great content. I guarantee you pressing that red subscribe button will be an investment on your part because you will be entertained. I guarantee you that. That's it for now. I'm tired. I'm going to eat me a bowl of cereal and hit the sack. It's been a long week. Keep God first and foremost. He comes before everything, even this. Seek Him and His righteousness, and everything else in your life will fall into place. I'm a living testimony of that. I believe I should say that at the end of every video, probably middle and beginning. Also, thanks for tuning in. The one guy that did, the chat came in so quick. I'm so tired I could barely read the name. Nobody knew I was going to do a live show tonight, so I'm not surprised if the no turnout, but you'll be able to watch it tonight or tomorrow, however long it takes to download. But we need to really get 2 impact players in the next 4 picks. One on the line and one that carries the football. The 2 linemen, either DeJuan Jones or Antonio Mafi. Mafi will be a project, but he'll be something. And or for running back, Roshan or some other back that can handle business and be a 3-down back if we need. And have some power to him also. Because, I mean, we saw a lot of them go off the board round 2 and 3. I mean, Chardonnay. And I can't think of the name of the others, but the others that were, were on the top 10 list. But that's it for tonight, guys. First 3 rounds are in the books. Last 4 be tomorrow. You have a good night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Cowboys for life. This is our year. We just need to finish this offseason strong and make the right choices and decisions on personnel. Because the Eagles are coming back strong. They lost a lot of guys, but they are replenishing quickly. And they are doing pretty well doing that in the draft. That front 7, that defensive line that they're going to field this year is going to be something fierce. Same with San Francisco. And the games in January in the NFC right now are won and lost in the trenches. Tyron Smith will not last all season. We got to get a left guard. Or a left tackle is really, to hit a home run on a left tackle that can start day 1 and play all season, play well, is very rare. Tyler Smith is a gem. So really need a left guard. Putting Tyler Smith at left guard and drafting a left tackle, hoping that he could, be good, is a long shot. Tyler Smith is good. This year he'll be even better. So left guard is really what we should be shooting for. Maybe Antonio Mafi might be that Larry Allen type guy. I know Larry Allen was a 2nd-round pick, but he came out of Sonoma State. I think Larry Allen was the only player ever drafted from a particular college. So maybe Antonio Mafi, if he's taken in the 5th round at UCLA, could surprise in training camp and be day 1 starter at left guard. He's got more ass and more power than Connor Williams and Connor McGovern did. I know that for sure. All right, guys. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Charles and Chargers out. Deuce.